Okay, let's take a look. We're going to go through these one by one. All right, so this is the so-called savage state. And probably the first thing you notice is that big rock over there in the middle, this thing that's sort of wedge-shaped, kind of looks like the Millennium Falcon has crashed into the land. That is going to be our landmark that is going to appear in all 5 paintings. And it's going to tell us where we are. So it's a little bit hard to tell here, but what we do have is we have this kind of bay or inlet and a river that comes down to meet it. And we can't see the whole river yet, but that's the basic landscape we're looking at. And then notice that the composition takes you around in this big counterclockwise spiral, right? We're sort of literally coming in here from the left, and it comes around, and then those clouds take us up and around, and then we've got another loop, and then the edge of the bay, right? So he keeps your eye moving around the surface, which also keeps your eye on the narrative. And what you see here in the so-called savage state is a representation of hunter-gatherer society. And that's pretty clear because we see our guy running through the forest with a big longbow. But we also have this isn't just any old point in time, it isn't any old time and place. What we see here are the teepee, right? These are the portable housing structures that are made by plains peoples because they're nomadic. So we see this idea of the hunter-gatherer stage as nomadic, but he's painting in New England, right? The people who actually had lived there, the Lenape and the Algonquin people, made houses, built structures. They were not necessarily hunter-gatherers. Sometimes they have a loop that they make from place to place, but it's a kind of an annual cycle. So he's deliberately transporting an image that's associated with the middle of the continent because his audience is going to read this really easily as Native American, or to use their term, they're going to see this as Indian.